Nisha Kids, the PodBois. We back up in here. Always running the best podcast of Apple Podcast. Anyways, it's your boy Arnizzle, along with
Savannah.
Hey, hold up. What? How am I supposed to know what games we doing?
Look, that's the beauty of it, my kid. Tonight we're getting strong.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, but Juice WRLD said it. So, Savannah, what's the first game?
What?
I said, what's the first game?
I didn't get any games together, you dumb bitch.
Okay, well, we'll restart.
No.
Yeah. We're going to take a 5-second break. I'm going to throw the music back on, and we'll be back.
I'm punching her
I guess we're back. It's the PodBois Part 2. Not cold open, so Wes, if you're listening, which you probably aren't because you're playing Crusader Kings, you got your second opening. But we're back. Still got Fate Boys, Robbie and Wes. I guess they got stuff to do that's more important than this elegant podcast.
We tried calling them, but they didn't listen.
They're Fate. So we got Savannah and we got Batwood. The Brandon Atwood. And we finally got some games to be picked. So we're going to start out with some fire games in the form of FCS matchup. South Dakota State hosts North Dakota State. The Bison versus the Jackrabbits.
I feel like this should have been the last one seeing this college game day.
Yeah, but it's FCS, alright? I'm not picking that last. The number 1 team, North Dakota State, versus the number 3. I think North Dakota State wins this game. This is the only game this week that I could not find the spread on. Probably because people don't care. But
How about I can find it real quick? Watch it.
I'm taking North Dakota State. They're just too good. They should move up.
We're really picking that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's college game day, baby. If Lee Corso puts a hat on.
You know Lee Corso don't actually give a fuck.
Lee Corso does care about this game.
No.
North Dakota State is fire. They would beat MTSU.
I typed in North on ESPN, and they are the 4th one to pull up, just above Northern Illinois.
Yeah, well, North Dakota State would beat MTSU, TCU, Miami, Kentucky, Tennessee.
Big facts. Every team you named off, big facts.
All of them.
And would give Alabama a run for their money.
Okay.
Probably. Alabama don't want to schedule.
Well, I have nothing to base this on other than they're the favorite.
Hold
I
up,
picked North
Mark's
Dakota
calling.
State.
Oh my gosh. Well, Savannah, make your pick.
I just did.
Well, since Atwood is away, I guess we'll take this time to thank our sponsors. Savannah Southern Sense, product coming by November the 1st. So just in time for Christmas gifts, Thanksgiving gifts, Hanukkah, or All Saints Day as November the 1st is. So, get your suds and get smelling good. Our product does not suck.
They do smell good. They last a long time. Our soap has lots of suds, and our candles burn for a long time.
Alright, I'm back.
What?
Well, we was talking about Savannah Southern Sense. I was hopping up our product.
I was talking about freaking work.
Yeah, this kid over here says he's got to take a nap. But I told him the podcast matters more, so at least we got one not fake boy today. So, Atwood, who are you taking in this game? South Dakota State or North Dakota State?
I don't know, but I still gotta find a spread.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take this time to say that our candles also smell very good.
I didn't time it exactly, but I did burn our candle for a long time, and I would say it lasted about 45 hours, somewhere in there.
I thought she was about to say 45 minutes.
No.
Basically, how the process we took to make them is we went and bought a woodwick candle and just put our label on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did. They don't even have wood wicks, but, you know.
That's how you make money, I guess. Atwood, did you find it?
I'm looking, and it's FCS, right?
Yeah, FCS.
That's what it said.
Well, you don't speak clearly.
He
Oh,
said
North Dakota State is favored by 4.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only reason I picked them, because I have no other investment in this game at all.
Okay, so I'm taking Insu over the
I'm
Jack.
gonna have to go with the mighty Jackrabbits.
Not so fast. North Dakota State has been on 2 college game days before, and they're 2-0, so they're big time performers.
Yeah, but the Jackrabbits are ready to whip ass.
Whatever. Alright. We got my alma mater, TCU, hosting.
That is not your alma mater.
I know. I had to catch our listeners off guard. We got TCU hosting number 15 Texas. And while TCU opened the week as a 2.5 point starter,
A 2.5
Texas,
point what?
favorite.
A
We are
2.5
now-
point
we're
starter.
now-
2.5-point starter.
We're now 1-point dogs, but you know what they say: every dog has its day, and every dog defends its home. So
I've never heard that one.
we're gonna win this game in our new fresh jerseys, which have a lot of red on them.
They are purple, black, and white, though.
And red.
Mm,
Red is an accent color for us because horned frogs bleed blood out of their eyes. So, yep, champs alive.
okay.
So now who you got?
Who do I have?
Yeah.
On which game?
TCU Texas, obviously.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck? That's what I'm saying.
Why don't you just say someone then?
Obviously Texas. Okay, I don't know why they're just favored by 1 point. They're gonna go in there and dog TCU.
Because I'm about to explain to you why.
Texas forever, baby.
Matthew McConaughey's a letdown.
Oh, bitch. I will fire you.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll take all your wax. Alright, so who you got, Atwood?
I'm going to go TCU just for this fact. Texas can barely beat Kansas. TCU's a little bit better than Kansas, so TCU's going to beat Texas.
Yeah, we whooped Kansas' ass when we played them. Then we proceeded to lose the next 2 games. But we're back, we're back and ready. Alright, what was the next game? Oh, we got some Big Ten action coming up.
Yeah, who gives a damn about the Big Ten?
Number 3, Ohio State hosts number 13, Wisconsin.
I'm just kidding. Wisconsin's not bad.
And Ohio State is only a 3-point favorite. And
Which is crazy, especially since Wisconsin just lost.
yeah, I think Wisconsin is. I think they're going up against a little more than they can compete with this year. If you'd asked me last week, I would have thought Wisconsin had a chance, but after seeing their performance and the fact that Jonathan Taylor is their only good player, really, I think Ohio State wins very big. That's my pick.
Well, I'd just like to say, first of all, fuck Ohio State. And then, second of all, they're gonna win. And that's all I gotta say.
Okay. Atwood, who you got?
For a pick, last time I asked this question, I don't think it actually got answered in a reasonable aspect. But why does every Tennessee fan hate Ohio State?
Well, just because they're good. They hate them. They hate them because they ain't them.
No.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's what
No, I
the-
actually just don't like them. Like, they always are overhyped. Their fans are the worst.
So I said,
That's
honestly,
debate.
they just got more rings than us.
No. That's not what I said.
I don't really know too many Ohio State fans, so I really ain't gonna say their fans are the worst.
Oh, I know him. Our Sunday school teacher, he's a little bitch.
He's a chill guy.
I'm just kidding.
Will's that guy.
I'm sorry, Will, if you ever listen to this, you're not actually
This
a
is
little
my
bitch.
opinion on who has the worst fans and why. The worst fans goes to Tennessee, because that is if you get on Facebook and they're losing a game,
Dude,
they
that's
can
because
never just lose.
That's
They
because
always get cheated.
you live in Tennessee. What do you expect to see on Facebook?
I see a lot of Vanderbilt fans that are a lot more understanding of their team.
No, I'm not saying. I mean, you can be a Tennessee fan. I don't care about that. But every time you get on Facebook, like when they're losing, they can't just lose. They're getting cheated.
Yeah, I think that they like.
Oh my God,
they can't actually just take a loss. That's what kills me.
I guarantee if you lived in fucking Florida and Florida lost, you'd see the same shit on Facebook. It's gonna happen wherever you live.
I'm not a fan. I don't live in Florida. That's why I'm saying Tennessee fans are the worst. I see it firsthand.
You can't base it they're the worst fan base when you don't even know.
And Atwood doesn't really hate Florida. He thinks they're a good team.
Oh my God.
I don't hate Florida. I ain't got nothing against Florida.
Well, Florida's literally the worst.
Why would I hate Florida?
Because they're the worst.
Why do you hate Notre Dame?
Me?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't hate Notre Dame.
I feel like it's obvious why I hate Notre Dame.
Why?
I'm a Miami fan. Just watch the U, or the U Part 2, or Catholics versus Convicts. Any of that will explain it to you.
I only hate, like, let's see. If we're talking about schools in general, I'd say about 3 I can name right off the top of my head. One's Duke.
Duke?
But that's for different sports reasons. Louisville.
What?
That's Kentucky's rivals.
That's Kentucky's biggest rival. Y'all hate Florida, I hate Louisville. And then Tennessee.
I don't like Ohio State, Florida, Alabama, Florida State, and Notre Dame. That's like top 5.
Who's the last one, Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I don't like Baylor, Texas, Oklahoma State, Kansas State.
You just go list the whole conference.
Yeah, I will never. Well, actually, I will root. I hate when SEC fans do it, but I usually try and root for the Big 12.
Playoffs.
Just because SEC fans, I hate when they give their argument like, "Oh, we need the SEC to look good to make our conference look good." No, everyone already shows conference off. If the Big 12 doesn't do good, we get roasted and might never have a chance at making the playoffs again.
Dude, y'all always get roasted anyways.
Yeah, probably because our name is the Big 12 and we got 10 teams in there.
See, but this year, y'all honestly have like a legitimate chance of one team. I 100% believe will make the playoffs from the Big 12.
Well, I hate it because I think TCU's going to beat them.
Not a chance.
Dude, Lincoln Riley ain't crap, dude.
He ain't got to be. Jalen Hurts to do his own thing.
Jalen Hurts is garbage.
Like, I think the college playoff this year is going to be very mixed up. I believe it's going to be an SEC team, ACC, Big 12, and Big 10.
It's a couple weeks down the line, but you got LSU or Alabama winning.
LSU for sure.
I think it'll be Alabama.
Oh. It depends on Tua Tugboat's return.
See, here's the thing, though. LSU has always lost that game. Not off their defense, but off their offense. Because their worst position they've had in the past, I don't know, ever since they've had a football team has been quarterback.
But here's the real question. Who are you picking in this game, Ohio State or Wisconsin?
Ohio State for sure. They're going to be the Big Ten team in the playoffs.
That's probably probably the sad truth, even though I wish it would be Penn State. Moving on. Number 19, Michigan hosts number 8, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Who we taking? I'm going to take Notre Dame. I think that Michigan is washed, and I think Harbaugh is a terrible coach. Or, if he's not a terrible coach, I don't think he's a good fit at Michigan. But I'm taking Notre Dame.
Alright, I feel like I say this once a week, but Notre Dame is always overhyped. Always. They don't play in a conference, so they don't deserve to be in a championship game ever. So basically, fuck Notre Dame. How dare you put two teams I hate back to back in our picks? Because now I'm just mad.
Well, that
Wait, what did you pick?
Yeah,
I don't think you actually picked.
No, Notre Dame's gonna lose. They're overhyped.
She picked
Okay.
Notre Dame.
So this game, if we're going by overhyped, this is the most overhyped game in the entire season. Because not only is Michigan overhyped, their coach is overhyped. Needs to stop wearing khakis because he's putting a bad rap on khakis.
He's the classic white dad.
I feel like the classic white dad could win a ball game.
Well, maybe not with his kids. Yikes, I'm canceled for that.
Oof. But I'm going Notre Dame.
My man, he said, white dad or Jesus? I'm picking Jesus.
Yup, Jesus. Here's a solid take. The reason why Jim Harbaugh is losing all the games, he's atheist.
Is he really?
I have no idea.
The breaking news on the pod. Jim Harbaugh is atheist. Alright. So, you can be atheist, but you can't be unpatriotic. So we had to include USA versus ASU. University of South Alabama hosts Appalachian State University.
Oh, you said it wrong. The Appalachian State.
And Appalachian State is a 27.5 point favorite.
It won't let me click on that game.
What are they ranked
zoom in.
again? I forgot to write that down.
That's another reason I hate Ohio State. The Ohio State. Who the fuck do they think they are?
Dang. I'm really surprised you feel this strongly about this, though. Appalachian State is ranked number 21. Okay. Having a dominant year, 6-0.
I can't believe you make me pick this.
They're the real number one team in the country.
Let me look at one thing.
Everybody needs to get off the UCF hype and get on the App State hype.
They've beat some dominant teams this year. They beat East Tennessee State,
Oh my god.
Charlotte.
Yup. Hey, quick fact, Ryan. You remember Noah Henderson from CPA?
Yeah.
That's where he goes to school.
Charlotte?
Yup.
That's crazy because there was a dude that went to Clemson. I thought that this guy was a stud, the wide receiver.
Yeah, the wide receiver is the one who went to Charlotte. And I think his name is something Patterson, the guy who went to Clemson.
I would have thought that receiver would have gone somewhere better because he's pretty good. They've beat North Carolina, Coastal Carolina, my personal favorite, Louisiana Lafayette,
Shut the hell up.
Why did you say it like that?
Louisiana Monroe, and this upcoming Saturday, Appalachian State will knock off South Alabama.
Here's a real question. I do have a serious question. Where is App State at?
Who cares?
In the hills. I think it's in Boone, North Carolina.
I gotcha.
Boone.
It is in Boone, North Carolina. I had that off the dome. Anyway, Savannah, who you got? You're picking it.
I don't want to.
Sven's gonna take Appalachian State. I made the pick for her. That's my wife, so I signed for that.
I don't know about you. You know what? Who they playing?
South Alabama.
Yeah, I'm taking South Alabama.
You heard it here first. That is not happening.
And yeah, I'm just saying that because fuck Ryan.
Could be worse. It could be Georgia State. I mean, oof.
Yikes. At least we aren't Tennessee fans here, right?
It wasn't Georgia
Big
State.
fact.
It was Georgia Southern.
Oh, guess who Appalachian State plays next week? Georgia Southern.
Oh, you know who's not going to lose to Georgia Southern? App State.
Bet y'all are underestimating the power of App State.
I think we're just
Of
overestimating
Georgia Southern.
Jeremy Pruitt's coaching skills.
So, no, I'm pretty sure that Tennessee lost to Georgia State.
Yeah, because the same school Kevin Ware went to.
Yeah, they lost to Georgia State. Georgia Southern played and almost knocked off our beloved Gophers of Minnesota, who is now one of my picks to win the Big Ten.
Hey, quick question. The holder, I guess he's a quarterback who had cancer. Was he on the team all 4 years, or how'd that go about?
I don't know. I did see that story, though. It was a good story. But I don't know.
Okay, so it's my turn to pick, right?
Yes, because Savannah refused to pick, but then she said South Alabama. Anyways.
Well, I'm going with the University of Appalachian State.
Even though it's Appalachian State University.
Well, it sounded cooler when I said it.
No, it didn't.
It don't matter. They're going to win. They're basically the best team in the country. They're going to make the playoffs, knock off Clemson, and then beat Alabama in the championship. So, or LSU, either one, vice versa.
Well, you know, it just means more in the Sun Belt.
The Sun Belt, bitch,
Yeah.
kill me now.
It just means more.
If you ain't Sun Belt, then we don't rock with you.
Hell no.
God.
Alright. Well, you can't go up from here, but we're going to try. We got number 2 LSU is hosting number 9 Auburn.
Yeah, definitely it's not better than the game we just picked.
Bitch.
I got a foolproof plan to win some money betting on this game. Bet that the Tigers are going to win.
Shut the
But
hell up.
And here's a plot twist. App State actually runs onto the field in the middle of the game and beats both teams.
Hey, North Dakota State probably could.
No, South Dakota State could. Jackrabbits all the way, baby.
Shut the...
Jackrabbits.
I'm going to take the Legends. The Legend Killers. LSU in Death Valley, baby.
LS who? No, I'm just kidding. LS who is definitely gonna fucking whoop some ass. Auburn's just not that impressive this year, in my opinion. I was trying to pull up their stats. Well, I mean, when you look at the stats of these games, it's obvious who's gonna win. The better team that puts up more points per game. They're putting up 14 more points per game than Auburn is. And they are allowing they're allowing 3 more, actually. So, I don't know. Maybe a high-scoring game. Not used to that in the SEC, but we may see it.
Wait, are we talking about LSU or App State again?
LSU.
Dude, LSU.
Dude, I'm about to hang up on your ass. Auburn took that fat L to Florida, and LSU beat the shit out of Florida. So I think that's obvious enough. Those were not long ago. So I think LSU's obvious winner here. They're definitely going to be in the playoffs, and I think they have a real chance to win the playoffs.
Yikes. Okay,
that's tough, Chief.
that was a decent take.
That's
Savannah.
a solid take.
No,
Average
because I
take.
got to get through my team.
It almost makes up for you roasting South Alabama Appalachian State. Almost. Atwood, who you got?
I'm gonna be like Ryan and go with the Tigers in this game. Except for I'm picking Mike the Tiger. LSU by 17.
Yo, why don't you take Aubie the Tiger?
Aubie the Tiger. That is not their mascot's name.
I think it is. It's worth a Google.
I got you. Let's see.
War Down Eagle, baby.
Let's see. His name is. It is Aubie the Tiger.
Yeah, suck it.
Who names that thing Aubie the Tiger? That's another reason they're losing. If your mascot's name is Aubie, that is ignorant, first off. Another thing is, how are you going to be the Tigers, but your slogan is War Eagle? Ignorant. Oh my God. Auburn just.
I'm gonna tell your friend. I'm gonna tell your friend Aubrey that you think Aubie is a stupid name.
She'll probably agree with me.
Doubt it. Highly suspect. So I think we'll wrap this show up by saying, you better buy her sense or I'm gonna smack the shit out of you.
That's our new sales tactic. It's fear. Buy this fucking candle or I will be in your house tonight.
That's like when Michael Scott kidnapped that kid in the office.
Yeah.
He said,
Hey.
What's up?
I ain't got that far, shut up.
How have you not got that far?
I've been watching it.
What season are you in?
I would say that's just like season 4.
Huh? Oh, that. I thought when you meant kid, I thought you meant like a little high school kid. You're talking about the pizza boy.
He's a high school
That's
kid.
a high school kid.
Is he?
Yes, that's why he said he was a minor.
Oh, my fault.
Oh my gosh. See,
It's been a while since I've seen that episode.
see, he's an idiot.
Is he?
Basically,
Yeah, Michael Scott is an idiot. I agree with you.
basically, if you've made it this far and wrote down all of our picks, which you probably should have, delete
Especially
Atwood.
especially Appalachian State.
Delete Atwoods. He's not got no common sense. We put him on here for the pity crowd, and that's about it.
And Ryan likes sucking on toes, so.
You caught me. Only Savannah's.
No, Chief.
Pause. Alright. Well, stay tuned next week. We got a special guest.
Dude, why are you on the floor?
Cause I'm so hyped.
Who
We
do
got
we have a special? Who?
the baby. He's
Actually, we may have Peyton Asbell on here next week. He's been wanting to hop on a pod, so I say we invite him next week.
Alright.
I'd rather have the baby.
I mean, we'd all rather have the baby, but Peyton, he's here.
Let's
So.
get the baby, Quavo, and Cardi B.
Alright, so supposedly, what if we just contacted their manager? Supposedly it only costs like $250,000 to get Megan Thee Stallion. What if we made it a hot girl summer? We just racked all our money together and put her on a podcast.
Dude, we could put every penny we all have all together and max out every credit card the three of us own and steal all the money from our parents and still not have $250,000 to give her.
Well, first off, I don't have a credit card, so you ain't getting no money that way.
I'll just take out a small loan for my father.
We could get the
Ryan could take out 1/10 of his money and pay her 6 times over.
I'm gonna have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure some rapper said he would do a feature for 1,000. So maybe I can find him and get him on the podcast.
Why should it be somebody like one of his little Dicky? Hey.
I think it was Lil Tecca, the guy that does Ransom.
Oh, you didn't have to explain. I know who Lil Tecca is.
Well, I'll try and contact the baby and get him on the podcast. But
maybe if we act like we're selling cookies, he'll buy them. And they'll be like, hey, while you're here, we'll give you these. We'll put you on our podcast while you buy the cookies. But we won't be selling cookies. We'll actually be selling candles.
So basically, our entire tactic is sell candles, get the baby, and hopefully at least 5 people will listen to that podcast if we got the baby on.
I feel like if we got the baby, it'd be a whole lot more than 5. But he wouldn't even be talking about sports. He probably don't even know sports.
I would tell him, I'd be like, dude, you gotta pick someone. Like, I'd be like, the baby, I'll smack the shit out of you. And then he would kill me.
You might be a baby, but I'm gonna slap you like a grown ass man.
It'd be child abuse. Yikes. Okay, let's wrap this up before I catch a case.
Keep messing with the baby, he's gonna catch a body.
I'm getting him on the podcast. That's my life goal. He'll be washed up, and I'll be like, "The baby, please come to the podcast." He's still declining. All right, bye, boys.